Hey guys, welcome to Art Club. Excited to have you here, and I cannot wait to see how cute your projects turn out today. We are going to be making these adorable little monsters. Look at how cute. And so obviously there's so much room for fun and creativity, your own artistic expression within these. Here's some of the supplies that we're going to need. We're going to need our toilet paper roll or paper towel roll. Either way works, depends on how tall you want your monster to be. And definitely feel free to make more than one of these. I'll show you how to make one, but once again, there's so much freedom and creativity. You could make a whole bunch of monster buddies to hang out together. So we'll need that paper towel or toilet paper roll, glue, tape, staple, that kind of stuff, something to help stick things together. Even a combination will work out well for this. Colored construction paper, markers, googly eyes. We know how much Mrs. Stinson loves googly eyes, right? So googly eyes will work well. Pipe cleaners too works well for this. Some yarn or string if you've got it, because you can use some of that for like the hair. There's so much room for creativity here. Really, you can bring in so many different elements into this project. Buttons, stickers, glitter, beads. Have fun with it because these are so cool. All right, so step number one is going to be to get that cardboard tube, right? So I am going to use this time a little bit shorter one. I'm going to use a toilet paper roll. You can see so far I've been using paper towel rolls that I cut down to size, but I think it's fun to make monsters in varying sizes. So we're going to do a smaller one for this round, and I'm going to choose a color. I think I'm going to do a blue for this one. I think that'll look kind of cool with our green and our yellow one. So let me see if I can find a blue color here. Yes, I did. So there's a blue. So my next step is we want to wrap our cardboard tube up with this. So we got to measure it out and make sure it's going to fit right, that it's not going to stick out either side. So I'm going to put my tube down to this edge here and draw a line to measure it on that side. I'm going to do that 2 to 3 times just to make sure I'm getting a nice even measurement. And then I'm going to take a straight edge. So I've got a ruler over here, but you could use the end of a notebook or folder, another piece of paper. Anything straight will work to kind of connect those lines so you know where to make your cut. All right. Now that we've got that, we are going to, of course, make that cut. Here we go. So putting that down, and any of this extra paper that you've got, save that because you might choose to use it for the hair or arms or feet or who knows, because you're going to be creative and you're going to have fun with this. So save that paper because we'll definitely be able to do something else with it later on. So now I've got to wrap that tube up. I'm going to make sure to wrap it nice and tight so it doesn't fall off. And I don't need to wrap it a whole bunch of times. Like as long as it makes it all the way around once, I can cut off any extra paper and once again save that for later in this project or for some other project. Once I've got that nice and tight, we've got some options here. We could go and put glue on it, either glue stick or Elmer's liquid glue. We could tape it, we could staple it. So many options. It's good. I am going to choose, just so that it's kind of the fastest method, I'm going to just choose the stapler here. And there we go. 1 and 2, and I'll probably do another one down in the middle as well so that that doesn't come apart on us. There we go. We've got that stapled together. That's going to be the back side. So I'm going to flip it on over to the front side, and now we get to decide, how do we want to decorate this? So we could take and cut out some other color construction paper and glue it down for spots. We could use markers and color decorations on there. You could use buttons or stickers or so many things, you guys. There's so many options. So look around your home, see what you've all got, and see how you'd like to decorate yours. The next thing is we got to decide, how many eyes is this monster going to have? This monster has 1 eye. In fact, after I got done making it, I realized it kind of looks like a minion, which is cool. We like minions. The next one I made, I kind of went to the other extreme. This one has 5 eyes. Oh my goodness. So lots of googly eyes on that one. And then we want to add some sort of a mouth, right? This one's making a little smirk. This monster looks a little confused. You could have an angry monster. So think about how you're maybe drawing the mouth on there. Maybe you could add some eyebrows in different directions to make some expression. But go ahead and create a face on your monster next. The next thing we've got to decide is, do we want it to have any hair? So for this one, I actually cut up little strips of paper and I bent them back and forth like this to create kind of some fun textured hair up at the top. And I just used some glue to glue them to the inside, like that. For this monster, I decided to use my pipe cleaners. And the fun thing with pipe cleaners is you can really bend them into so many different shapes, right? So to get that curly Q, if you want to try something like that, all I did was I took my pipe cleaner and I went around and around and around on a pencil. And so you can see it's really nice and tightly curled there, and give it a little pull apart just like that. And then I cut it to the length that I wanted it to be. And you can see for that, I actually used a stapler to put those in there because I wanted it to be kind of like instant, it's in place. But you could also use some Elmer's glue and let that sit for a while, or Elmer's glue and then put some tape on it to help hold it in place until the glue does dry. Hot glue would work really well for that too. So you guys can kind of decide what's going to work best with the materials that you have at your home and how patient you are, because that also plays into it too. All right, finally, do we want our monster to have any sort of arms, feet, things like that? So for this monster, I chose to have some arms. I gotta still do the other side, but some arms coming out the side there. Once again, because I was using the pipe cleaners for it, I chose to staple those into place. But same techniques that we just talked about could work for that with the glue and tape or hot glue. And then I just kind of gave them a little curl up like that. For this guy, I took some green paper and once again cut it into strips, zigzag folded it back and forth like that, and then it makes some cool arms. Gave them some prong type hands as well. You could cut some feet and put those, glue those onto the bottoms. There are so many fun things that you can add to your monster, so I cannot wait to see how they turn out. Don't forget, when you are finished with this project or any projects that we've been up to this week, definitely feel free to add them to our Hall of Frame by clicking on that link and adding them on in. So you can claim your frame and put in your name. I should be a music teacher, right? Got my rep down. And put your picture on in there simply by going to Insert Image and go to your camera. It takes just a few seconds, and then it's fun once you've added your pictures on in there to check out what other students have been creating as well. It's a great way for us to be able to share with each other. So I hope you've enjoyed the projects this week. I cannot wait to see all the wonderful things that you've created. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Bye.